so I'm gonna be making a song from scratch. I have no idea what genre I'm making. I'm gonna actually be using our brand new production suite, Equinox. And one of my things with this video is I do not wanna edit anything. Probably including this intro. I guess I was gonna edit the intro, but fuck it, we'll just run it. The main reason is I actually think there's a lot of value in seeing the way a producer fucks up. It's a lot different than a highly edited video, even though you see all the perfect stuff. I think a lot of the value is in what do I do when something's not going right, the song's not sounding good, right? Instead of editing all that stuff out, I think as a producer who's really trying to get good just to see what happens, because sometimes you straight gotta scrap the project or scrap ideas and just move on. So I'm just gonna be recording everything, messing around and try to narrate best as possible. Let's get right into it. Damn, okay, which direction we wanna go in? I think I'm gonna start with MIDI. I'm a big fan of, yeah, just finding a really good melody, and I don't need all the sounds, everything to sound perfect. I just want a good melody. So I'm just gonna start clicking through some MIDI. I kind of fuck with that. For me, it has to immediately hit. If it doesn't hit immediately, then I don't really care. Just the second one. Okay, I like it. I'm actually also a big fan of one-shots. Cymatics has a fuck ton of one-shots, but I actually prefer to use one-shots a lot of times over VSTs. It's just faster. Okay, I also like the resample mode where if I play a high note, it's usually a lot shorter than the long note, as you can hear. But the reason I like that is that that difference in length actually adds to the sound a lot. Sometimes I change the mode to where they're all the same size, and you would just do that right here, but I kind of like when it's a little bit different. Okay. So I think this was A minor, let me see. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I also like to, I renamed the sample to the key because my ass is not that good at music theory, and if I don't have like a reminder, I end up like getting to a point where I pretty much need the key because my ear's not that great. But yeah, so the next thing I'm probably gonna do here is like find a vocal to sit on top. I think something could be really cool. I'm just gonna click around. I'm gonna fuck with that. See how it sounds. Here, like this in. I'll fuck with it. Let me go up next. I'll probably find a little nice little bass. Maybe a reese. I actually would, it's kind of funny, I would actually prefer to test out basses on my laptop just because like everything sounds good on speakers. That's one rule of production. Everything sounds great on big speakers, okay? So that's why I think it's very important A lot of times, like I save my projects and I immediately open them on my laptop and I start mixing there because it's a lot harder on small speakers to get it to sound good. Try an 808. Next is a little percussion. I like a little weirdness, you know. I don't really like, this is already sounding cool, but it sounds like something that could be heard somewhere else. So the first thing I usually look in the percussion. I try to start to get a little weird with it. Something that's a little strange. Let's see how that sounds. I like to use just the fruity limiter when certain sounds like are a little bit louder, like the little, they're just not all the same, so I just bring the ceiling down, taper them a little bit. One little trick I like to do is I'm gonna find something, like I'll find some trap kicks. Actually, let me keep looking. I'm trying to find what the kick I like, and I'm just gonna steal just the kick layer. Maybe something like that. What is that, ultrasound? So that if you just go down to the stem folder, ultrasound, I'll just grab the kick. And I just stretch it whatever it's closest to. Like if it was closest to, let's say this first bar, I would put it there, but this one I'll probably put there. And I always just start cutting and editing the loops on top. What was it? Let me see. Actually, never mind. Keep going. Fairies, melodies. Good hi-hat loop. Guys, by the way, for hi-hats, I'm either going to use a loop, I'm going to use a MIDI real quick, or to be honest with you, I'm just going to two-step. I usually don't overcomplicate hi-hats at all. Could work. Might do a little side chaining to the kick. My favorite way to side chain, by the way, is just to create a quick automation clip. Just do it right there on the kick. This is a point where I really like the core idea. Like I like what's going on, and now it's like, what's next, okay? Making beats is fun, because I think it's kind of simpler, right? Because if it was a beat, I feel like I'm already 80% of the way done. You know what I'm saying? It's just more about arranging and presenting the idea correctly. But I kind of come from the EDM world. So now I'm thinking like, okay, how do I take this idea and see if I can explore some options that are maybe a little more grand? But I do a lot of listening. Like when I'm making music, honestly, sometimes I'm just looping that thing. Sometimes I'm walking around the room. I'll make something and I will walk around the entire room, check the mixes around the room, and just keep listening to it, seeing like, is like giving me that right feel. I'm gonna look at other melody loops and see if I can find stem layers to maybe get like a counter melody of some sorts. Abstraction. This one has a bunch. It's already in the same BPM. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I just click like the exact same ones because they already sound cool. Let me see. I'll just try something like this. See how it works. C minor, which go down 1, 2, 3. A couple of different tones. Test and see if I like other pitches. Kind of fuck with that one. Noise? I want to try noise with that. You gotta be careful because with noise, sometimes there's unwanted low end, but we'll see. And I can even do a little light side chain, very similar to the side chain to the kick. All right, so I'm just gonna do just a little bit. So now when the kick hits, the hi-hats are ducking a little bit, and now the this random noise is also ducking. This kind of stuff is not really the stuff any normal person, guy or girl who likes music is gonna be like, dude, listen to the side chain on the white noise. Like a normal listener has no fucking idea this stuff's going on, but it gives it a little like groove that they can kind of just feel. They don't even know it's there, but they feel it. So if I solo the noise with the kick, you can just kind of hear it dipping. And then with the hi-hats also dipping. Oh wait, I gotta get turned on too. You know, just gives it a little something. want to see what other directions this can really go in. At this point, I like my idea. I would maybe use this like sparing. This little tonal vocal, I might like layer it somewhere, but for the most part now, I want to see if I can just bring a vibe that helps introduce this idea and then just transitions it into the song. So I'm probably gonna look for the first thing like some new main chords just to like have some variance. Let's see. I'm probably gonna roll some more one shots. Let's see. Let's go to the one shot mother load. By the way, if you're wondering how I produce, I like to use our newest packs, our newest production suites usually. And then what I do is for specific scenarios, I have every single Cymatics pack essentially. Actually, I don't have everyone. There's a lot of other ones. But anyways, I constantly dive back into older packs trying to like find some sauce. This one's cool. I'm gonna save that for later. Oh, I don't even know if this, I'm just trying shit. I don't know if it's gonna sound good. That is a no. Ooh. I'm gonna explore this for a second. But I am going to explore that sound some more. So I'm actually going to reset it real quick. Just play a couple of my go-to options. One is just Alt-A, just arpeggio. Sometimes the side chain just helps like get rid of the clicks, just ducks it. I'm just ducking right here. You can kind of hear like a little harsh frequency, so I'm just trying to duck it a little bit. So the reason I'm exploring something like this is, to me, it sounds already like a pretty fire beat, but I kind of like to go a little weirder, so I would rather take the time, now that I have like some bass ideas, to just explore some weird shit. So I'm gonna pull up Serum too. Let's see if I can add anything on top of this for the lead. My shit just bugging out? Wonderful. We'll just add this on top. I got a little weirdness. Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit now with some different, I'm actually gonna scoot over here to its own little area. Like I said, if I was a beat, I probably would have been done, but now, the first thing I do is, if I create something like this, I'm just searching. I'm just searching for some fucking weirdness, right? To take this song, and then I would just play the 808 just to hear. See how it plays. See how each element coming back in kind of starts to play with it, you know? I'm actually gonna just do this, and I'm probably just gonna bring in most of the drums, and then I'm gonna also bring in the automation. Snare, clap. So now I'm going to take these same elements and I'm just going to literally keep looking for more ideas. I played with that idea for a minute. I don't know if I would keep it as like a core idea, but sometimes I turn them off and on while I'm just playing the song, and I'll let the delay naturally bounce off of it, and now I create like a little accent. Starting to just arrange a little bit. Kind of fuck with the core idea. I like this as a little switch up, like just kind of like a little layer in the back, but for the most part, I kind of like where it's going. Beat it is. Beat it is, you know, played around with it, honestly. It wanted to stay a beat. There's this weird thing, actually. It's like sometimes music creates itself. And what I mean by that is that the song just will pull in whatever direction you want. At the end of the day, as a producer, I'm just throwing in like what ifs. Like, hey, what if this? What if ARP? What if effect? What if this? And at the end of the day, like, if it sounds good, it sounds good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the song is kind of making itself in a weird way, right? Very spiritual way. You're just here to present random destinies. I don't know, some Rick Rubin shit. So now I'm just kind of like playing with it, right? So if it's a beat, I'm like, okay, I don't need to overdo it at this point. I have enough ideas to carry it. Things I'm gonna be looking for is just small things or things transitioning, like what needs to happen. Like at the end of the day, am I keeping a vibe? Am I keeping a head bob throughout the whole thing? So I'm gonna play, make micro adjustments. I may do little like reverse effects and stuff. That could be cool, little cymbals, like just very, very subtle things at this point. It won't be major. Am I tripping? Where the fuck did the sound go? Oh. Okay, well, shit was just muted. Feels like you use a reverse cymbal. Something like that. Just reverse that bad boy. Put it right there. It needs to be longer though, so I'm just gonna stretch this one out a little bit. Keep resampling on. side to help the crash. Maybe back to its original length. And for the other side, on the actual crash side, I think it's kind of more hype to sometimes have more than one kind of stack. One important note is this sound right here, like I have to compare like this low vocal versus like the high one, like as they were together a second ago, but the higher one is occupying a different frequency space, and it's actually more similar to where this sound's occupying. So they were clashing, so it sounds better with the low one. I'm kind of constantly thinking that, especially like lead, like high-end sounds. Like just making sure they're not too crazy. One more section here and then an outro, but this last section, I'm gonna see if I can strip a lot of elements and just do bass and something. I don't know what. Hey, I should have done that sooner. Then maybe towards this, and this would kind of be the outro. One thing I'm going to try here, I'm going to try to create some weirdness on the outro. The outro is a great opportunity that 95% of the motherfuckers listening are probably not going to make it to, but you can kind of play with it and do some weird stuff. So sometimes like it's a little more poetic than it is effective, I would say, but sometimes I like to play with it. So I'm going to duplicate this percussion real quick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try Deja Vu on it. Actually, should I try to put on the entire master. I have a plan, I promise. See, something like that. I'm just gonna end it on something like that. So I'm just putting this effect on the master. I'm gonna turn it off so it's not on for the whole song. And at the very end here, we're gonna just. I think that's how we're about to end it. Maybe I can play with one extra filter on the master, maybe origin. I'm trying to make it sound like the whole thing is like destroying itself, like this song is like faded into a cassette tape that is breaking down. These are going to be off, obviously, for the entire song. Create automation clip, off, create automation clip. These aren't going to like fade in like this one. These are actually just going to kind of turn on, essentially. Oops. All right, we'll fade out the last sound too. It's kind of cool. This piano sound also will disappear. I started off by saying this, you don't have to fucking spend this much time on the outro. Like the TikTok way would just be to fucking, you know, call it a day. But, you know, when you're making music, you make music for different reasons. For me, it's very personal. I like to have fun, you know, maybe be a little stoned and listen to something like this. Boom! I think we're done. I think we're done. Real quick, last thing too, I'm gonna give you guys some tips for what I do after, right? Because there's actually still more stuff that happens, but I'm just gonna play a little bit of it and then I'll explain to you what's going on. Actually, I'm just gonna play parts. I don't have to let you guys sit through All right, we're good. Okay, so a couple things I use that I think are very important post like idea, right? So this is what I consider like an idea has been laid. It's not really like polished finished product per se, but also I think there's something magical about stuff when it's kind of in this phase. But anyways, first thing I do is I actually export my song and I save all my shit to Dropbox, okay? One, I have access to it on every computer, so it doesn't matter if I'm on my Mac or if I'm on my Windows, I can open up the project because I actually prefer, because everything sounds good on these big speakers, right? But at the end of the day, if I take it up to my laptop, I can quickly then start mixing a laptop speakers where it's a lot smaller. I would say it's a lot harder to get a good mix. The bass, there's gonna be different criteria because the low end's not gonna be able to just carry the whole track, so I can kind of hear it from a laptop perspective. Also, I render out the song in my Dropbox that's also connected to my phone. So immediately, I can just, literally the second I'm done with this, I start walking around, I listen to it on the phone so I can make quick adjustments. I can come back here and make a quick adjustment because the second I render, I don't have to send it to myself, email it to myself. It's just right in my Dropbox, okay? So if you guys don't have Dropbox linked up with your production flow, it's like a big negative. But anyways, that's the video. If you guys like this format, it's a little more freestyly. I'm kind of going all over the place. I mean, sometimes I fuck up. Like you see the goods and the bads. I don't just, you know, cut all the shit and let you see the good stuff. I kind of want you to see how I think about it, right? Because I think there's a couple ideas like that I explored I didn't do anything with. Like there was this little sound. Oh. That's kind of cool, deja vu. Can I just deja vu this? Wait a minute. We're not done. The video's been recontinued for a half second. If it doesn't go anywhere, I'm done, but. So watch this. All I have to do is I take the entire song, I'll move it real quick. So I got a little space to work over here. Oh, it was the memory on top. Okay, one sec. Watch this. That was a weird sound I was hearing. Generic. Slower idea too. It's a little different. It's a little weird. Anyways, this is what happens. This is what happens. All right. Anyways, the real end of the video is happening. I'll probably play with more of this later. Start some more tracks. Anyways, exit take number 2. If you guys want more freestyle cookups, longer ones, I make multiple songs. I can do multiple genres. Like for this one, I didn't really want to pick. I just wanted to like see what I was feeling. You know, I can work with acapellas and do more like pop sounding stuff. I can do EDM. Really anything. And a lot of my production too is like sample based. You know, I'm not necessarily the best like sound designer, quote unquote. I think a lot of stuff I do, as you can see, I'll choose to edit right here in the playlist arrangement instead of doing it in other areas, just because I sit there and I chop and I move stuff around quickly. I can get a lot of different outcomes. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And the pack I was using for a lot of the stuff, like if you want these vocals, stuff like this. A lot of those like vibey Drake sound stuff. If you want the MIDI files to move quickly, the 808s I was using, the drum patterns, everything, all the stem layers, you saw me play on the stem layers, all of it is in Equinox. And the way this thing works is this thing has hundreds of melodies where you have full access to create your own songs out of it. It has a bunch of bonuses packs that comes with it. But the thing is, we only drop 1,000 licenses of our big production suite. So if this is something you want to get your hands on, start the year off with a lot of new inspirational material. Just, yeah, check the link in the description. There's also a free version, so if you want to pick that up, that's cool too. There's still a lot of sounds in the beta pack. Other than that, yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out.